VanCam. This is VanCam you waited for. Oh, that was funny, Steve, but not as funny as the time your mum stuck a mobile phone up her ass to make a booty call. I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of the heart. How are you doing, everyone? This is Kev Ashford, and this is the not, probably never will be, world famous. Oh yeah, read it. It's VanCam. Get out of there. We are getting straight into this shit today. We are doing the, what do you call it? We'll just be looking at that disastrous performance against Seville, where the players almost treated it like a testimonial. What the fuck was going on, man? We will get into that. But let me just tell you quickly what's coming up before the 10-minute rant kicks in. This week, yes, like I said, we'll be having a look back at that game. Champions League campaigns, get at them fucking straight away. From the first whistle, we will then fly straight into a VanCam heated debate. 2-1, Carragher. 2-1! 2-1! You dirty, cheeky Scouse bastard! I liked you on Monday Night Football! We'll crack into Fellaini Watch! We'll do Wanker of the Week! Then he's realised and really panicked and thought shit. And we'll take a look at your comments from last week. There's only one place to start, and prepare yourself for a little bit of strong language. I am looking back at United's exit from the Champions League. Do you know what? It's not even worth me mentioning the Liverpool game, because that is a distant memory. That is in the past. This one was fresh in the mind, and this video, the next bit, was recorded the morning after the match. I thought I would have let off a bit of steam or whatever, but I just went hell for leather and did it. So here we go. Here is my thoughts on what happened at Old Trafford against Seville. Okay, so at this point, this is the day after, the night before the point of filming this. Man United have gone out of the Champions League to Seville. And I'm just going to warn you, I mean, this is the first time I've ever done, I'm going to call it VCR, and I don't mean them old fucking things, you know, where you record tapes and that on. I mean VanCam rant. And I'm going to go for it. I just feel like I can't hold back at this stage. I've never done this before, but if there's children that are watching for any strange reason that watch this and you're under a certain age, there might be some fruitful language. So bear with me for a couple of minutes, just while I get it off my chest. So United have gone out to Seville, and I just knew this at the start when I seen the team sheet and that bushy-haired dickhead's on it. Fellaini. What the fuck is Fellaini in that team for? With Matic in the middle. You've got McTominay sat on the bench, who at least gives us legs. Fellaini and Matic, they're like the running in quicksand, man. They got no pace. Put a couple of midfielders who've got pace against them, they'll run rings round them. And Matic has been top all season, but he does look dead on his feet at the minute. And that's got to go to Mourinho. If he's not 100% and he needs a rest, should have done this ages ago. Instead, you've got this bushy-haired fucking clown running around who can't even influence a game. He's just there purely for the banter and purely for Fellaini Watch on VanCam. He's a fucking tool, that guy. Through that team, there's only 3 players that could take any sort of credit and walk off the pitch and think, do you know what, I give it me all today. You know, you've got De Gea, Eric Bayou's been brilliant in the 2 games that he's come back from injury, and Lukaku. Lukaku did alright against Seville, you know, at least he looked a bit up for the fight. The rest of them fuckers, you got Chris Smalling, can't fucking defend. He's just stood at the back, like every time he gets the ball it's a hot potato, he don't want it. You know, Ashley Young's done an alright job at left back, but he's not a left back. Look to the future, we got fucking Luke Shaw sat on the bench. Play him, he's the future. At least he can defend and get forward. Antonio Valencia, the same, he's done alright at right back. Or would he get in anybody else's team at right back? And this obsession with having stocky players, you know, just because Valencia is built like a brick shithouse. Oh, we've got to have all these big players in the team. Man City haven't got big players in the team. That great Barcelona team that beat us in 2 finals, they weren't, you know, the average height of them. They were all little shites. But technically they're good footballers. But what is this obsession with Mourinho thinking that he needs this squad of players who are all taller than everybody else? That doesn't win, you know, Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues. It won't win anything. At this moment in time, it won't win anything. And from the first whistle, I'm sat there thinking, did we win the first leg 1-0? Because we fucking sat out as if we did. As if we tried to defend, and even then we shouldn't. We're at Old Trafford, for fuck's sake. In the 90s under Fergie. Champions League campaigns. Get at him fucking straight away. From the first whistle, get at him. Get an early goal. Because the longer the Seville match went on, you could tell they were thinking, if we get 1 here, they've got to score 2. And it's exactly what happened. We got caught out. And what were the tactics? You have to hold Mourinho accountable for that. But at the same time, the players, I'm sure he didn't say to Fellaini and Matic, just run around like headless chickens. Sure he didn't say to Alexis Sanchez, yeah, keep trying to cut back in on your good foot. That'll work. You know, if it don't work first time, keep on trying it all bastard game. Oh, where do I... Rashford. We've all been crying out for him. He had a great game against Liverpool. Put him in the team from the start. Every free kick comes up, he's like, I'm Ronaldo, give me this one. He fucking never hits the target. Boom, into the Stretford end. Boom, into the East stand. He stands there, you're thinking, he's going to hit this. He's got no control over it. Corners. He's on corner duty, for Christ's sake. He can't even clear the first man. And even when he does, he overcooks it and puts it out for a throw-in on the other side. There's so much going wrong at United at the minute. And like I said, I'm not holding Mourinho and saying it's all his fault. It's everything. Like I said, he didn't send Pogba on and say, go and play the ball into the fucking boards in the North Stand and just knock the ball out of play every now and again, which is what he did. He looks pickled. He looks lost. Like I say, just so many players. Sanchez hasn't found his feet yet or his form. Is Mourinho holding him back? I don't know. And then you got McManaman on the BT commentary, you know, oh, I thought the crowd would have been up for this tonight. I understand that. I get it. These dicks who go along to games, they expect to be entertained because they've spent so much money in that. Fuck them. You know, gone are the days now where lads went in tribes from Manchester and cheered on United, win, lose or draw. It don't happen anymore. We've got all these dickheads turning up with phones, trying to film the whole game. Just watch the bastard game. Against Liverpool, Rashford scores, runs to the crowd. And when I watched it back, I'm like, there's a guy at the front. Rashford stood in front of the crowd, celebrating. And this dick at the front, he's trying to get his phone out of his pocket. By the time he gets it out and gets it on camera, the players have gone. He's missed a moment. Cop yourself on, dickhead. This is what's wrong, I tell you. The fan base, everything. I'm not blaming everyone. It's just everything that's wrong with modern day football. And maybe Mourinho hasn't moved with the times. But that style of football against Seville, a team that we had to beat, like I said, and we're playing as if we're playing Barcelona in the new camp and we're winning 1-0 on aggregate and we need a draw to go through. Oh, in the 90s, I remember clapping United off for getting beat. Because you knew that they'd give it a go. I remember against Real Madrid. You know, we got beat by them and thinking, do you know what? We were just beat by the better team. But every single one of them players give 110%. We just weren't good enough. Against Barcelona, 2009. I was at it in Rome. Same thing. Disappointed. But what can you do? You're playing the best team in the world. Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I'm just... this cannot go on any longer. This brand of football is absolutely fucking diabolical. And fans will not stand for it. And like I say, I'm not even getting into Mourinho in, Mourinho out and all that bollocks. Leave that to other wankers to start debating. It's not even a debate at this minute. Players need to stand up and be accounted for as well. Take some responsibility, man. You're earning a fortune. And if Mourinho did prioritise a result against Liverpool over a Champions League getting into the quarter-final, you know, the draw on Friday morning. I'm sorry, but I'd rather get beat by Liverpool and beat Seville and be in the Champions League quarter-finals. I think for me, that's what it's all. Who gives a shit if we finish 2nd or 4th now? What does it matter? Mourinho on about, oh, the club will get more money if we finish 2nd. Fuck the club and fuck the money. I really am not arsed. Fuck money this, money that. That's all we get. Oh, we've been sponsored by some crowd in China that make dildos. Who gives a shit? Start winning games on the pitch, because that's what it all comes down to. And you can get your thoughts in. I'm sure there'll be rival fans watching it laughing. Oh, he's lost support. I've not lost support. It's the day after the game, and I'm still megally pissed off that United are out the Champions League. And that's what it all comes down to. I really am pissed off. Like I say, I'm just at a loss. I can't pick you up at this minute in time. The show, I'm sure, will get better on the old VanCam, but that's therapy for me. I've got it off my chest. Like I say, there has to be a clear out in the summer. This goes back to shades of the Moyes, Van Gaal era. We'll keep the ball, we'll pass it left, right. Fucking have a go, get up! Cross some balls in. We paid 70 odd million for a striker and we're starving him of service. It's happened so many times down these years since Fergie, the great man Sir Alex Ferguson, left. What do we do? Old Trafford's on it, and you know, it's not expiring, what am I saying? Oh, Old Trafford is just, I don't know, it is a graveyard. I know it's shit. The away games are well better to go to. And at the minute, all these pricks are just sat there wanting to be entertained. We need to get behind the team as well. But at the other end, I understand that when you go in to watch that, how can you even get excited? So it has to stop at Mourinho at that stage. The tactics. What were the tactics? There was no tactics. It's absolutely fucking wank. And that's the only way I can sum it up. That was VCR, a VanCam rant. That was my thoughts on the game. I'm glad I got that off my chest. Next, we fly into Wanker of the Week. It does exactly what it says on your screen. It's Wanker of the Week. Wanker of the Week! Check your bear tail. This is Wanker of the Week, where we separate wankers from just normal people. Right, it has been a tough one this week, but coming in at number 5, it's the president of Greek club PAOK Saloniki. He's apologised. Basically, the team were disallowed a goal in the dying minutes of the game, and the president, who is called, what's he called? It's called Savidis. That's his surname anyway. Entered the pitch with a gun in a holster to confront the referee. Down with that kind of shit, Gunchester. You know what I'm saying? You can't be going on the pitch with a gun. Everybody running for their lives. He had a gun in a holster when he entered the field after a late goal was ruled out for offside. So he's number 5, but don't tell him because he might hunt me down and get the gun out. Number 4. Now, number 4 is Ronald de Boer. Now, let me find this one. Ronald de Boer working for BT at the minute, discussing Marcus Rashford. He said, it's a pity the manager... Oh, I'll do it in one of them. It's a pity the manager is Mourinho, because normally he's an English player you would want to give time to and he can make mistakes. But Mourinho is not like that. He wants to get results. If he has 1 or 2 not good games, he puts him out. He's very young. He needs games. You want to see this player playing every week. Now, Mourinho hit back with which could be one of the best put down ever. He said, if he was coached by Frank, he would lose because he lost every game. I tried to give the best to the kid. He basically went on to say that he's the worst manager the Premier League has ever seen. Ouch! That one must have hurt de Boer. Straight back at you though, Jose on the defensive and has clearly said, bollocks to you. Right, let me have a look now. Number 3, and this is an absolute belter. It's this keeper from some German team that I can't even remember. What's he called? I've got it on the board here. He's called Robin Sender. Now check this shit out. This reminds me of playing for the Fiddler's Green. Our keeper Damo liked to drink the night before, do you know what I'm saying? So when we were out at Huff End, you know, the ball got knocked back to him. These things can happen. Here it is anyway, here's the clip. So the ball is getting knocked back. It's gone under his feet. He's not and he's trying kicking it. Then he's realised and really panicked and thought, shit. Like I say, Damo used to do that for the Fiddlers. It never really cost us. Yeah, it did. It cost us back in 2001 in the Manchester Cup final. And I've basically never, ever forgiven him for that. Right. Number 2. Is, and you might be surprised by this, but it is Jose Mourinho. 1 for the shit negative tactics. What am I saying? 1 for the shit negative tactics that were brought into play against Seville. We still don't know what the fuck was going on. But at the end of that, the worst, I will actually go down as saying it's the worst Champions League home performance I have ever witnessed in my entire life. Yeah? He said, and this is what I quote from Mourinho. He said, I don't think the performance was bad. I think the intention and the way we started was really good and really positive. Really bastard positive. How did we even start the game well? We didn't even start until they scored 2. That was in the 70 whatever minute. Don't think the performance was that bad. That bad. It wasn't that bad. It was really fucking bad. Jose Mourinho. Oh, how has he made it in at number 2? But we all know what was number 1. And thanks to every single person who got in touch this week and pointed me in the direction of it. I had heard it on the news. And how fitting that Sky Sports News didn't have it on that morning. Because he's something to do with Sky Sports. It just goes to show how the media protect their own, and how they like to basically put out things that they want us to see, and they can hide things. It is Jamie Carragher. It is the spitting storm.
2-1,
Here
mate.
it is.
Unlucky Jamie, lad. 2-1, lad.
You dirty bastard. Dirty scouse bin dipping bastard. Tell you what, if that fucker spat at me, I would give him a right shot to the head. You know, a kung fu kick and a roundhouse kick to that stupid jaw of his. But there was excuses, and I'm pretty sure that when Liverpool play the next game, they'll all wear Carragher t-shirts. Apparently, somebody's tried saying, you know, my mate Scouse Paul, he reckons that this is the way that they greet each other, people in Merseyside. And in fairness, Carragher does spit when he talks, but that seemed like that was a spit in the direction of a United fan who, well, I know I'm joking here, but he did, at the point of the video, the guy is shouting 2-1, 2-1, you know, and he said it's a bit of banter. I hate that word. Something must have been said before this. I'm not having it that Carragher, in the position that he is, seeing that the guy's filming, and he's a dick for filming anyway, because that's against the law. He's got his daughter who's 14 or something. He's putting her at risk by even goading Carragher out of a window. I mean, grow up for Christ's sake. Oh, he sold his story to the paper. He's made a bit of money. Well done. Now he's getting death threats and that. Can't really feel sorry for him. But Carragher, he must have said something to you know, get a reaction like that from Carragher. I'm not having it that he said 2-1, 2-1 and Carragher's lost the plot. And he has lost the plot, Carragher, rightly. He has been binned off Sky Sports until the end of the season. I'm going to get into the VanCam heated debate in a minute. So much to get through this week. Carragher, he's moment of madness. He's come out, he said he's sorry and that. And like I said, I can't say I feel sorry for him. He knows what he did, but it takes a lot to come out and, you know, basically say what he did. He's got no answer for it, and we've all lost the plot before. Eric Cantona jumped in the crowd for Christ's sake and kung fu kicked someone. You know, Roy Keane stamped on Gareth Southgate's chest. Loads of people just lose the plot. Even I've lost the plot before, believe it or not. I was suspended from school when I was younger twice. Letting off a fire extinguisher and a bit of a brawl in the playground. Just goes to show, you know what I mean? Sensible people like me can lose the plot, and that's all I'm saying on the matter. No, I'm not. That was number 1. That's Wanker of the Week for the week. Yeah, that's the end of it. So what I'm going to do now is quickly flipping, because we're a bit short of time, and go into the Big VanCam debate. This week it is about Jamie Carragher. It's a yes or a no answer. I'll explain right now in the next video clip. Spat then. The Big VanCam debate. Okay, It's the Big VanCam debate, so I'll try and get through this really quickly. Like I said before, following on from Wanker of the Week, it is about Jamie Carragher. The simple question is, should Jamie Carragher be sacked from his job at Sky Sports News? Now, we all know the amount of money he earns and all that, and the job that he does, and he has let everybody down, and including himself. He will know what he has done. Spitting to me is disgusting. I'd rather take a punch or a roundhouse kick to the head than be spat at. I think it's vile. It's just absolutely disgusting. And I know we can all joke and say, Carragher, you bin dipping bastard, this, that. He was provoked. He's provoked by somebody who wanted a reaction, and he got a reaction. Like I said earlier, Eric Cantona was provoked, jumped in, hiya! You know, kung fu kick, sorted that guy out, Simmons or whatever he was called. And again, I'm not condoning that. You know, we all still sing about Eric Cantona and stuff. But to sack Carragher for this moment of madness, he has come out and apologised. Personally, I want to see him back in the role, because I believe he's brilliant on Monday Night Football. I think him and Gary Neville have got great chemistry, and I do enjoy listening to him. I think his insight, his views, they see stuff that we don't see watching the game, and they tell us at half-time. I think it'd be a shame, really, a big shame for Sky Sports News, well, Sky Sports, to lose Jamie Carragher. And I know a lot of people will be saying, Kev, you know, what have you been smoking? Sort me out with some of that shit. I've not been on it. I've not touched that gear since 1998. It was the year I left school. Bit of a bad time. Got the munchies, all that. Ate 2 bags of Doritos, you know what I mean? Threw up, but less of that anyway. The simple question is, should Jamie Carragher be sacked from his job at Sky Sports News? Look at me, man. I am a model professional. I could have been a model. People always tell me that. Well, a few years ago, like. Get in. The poll will be up here. There's a little eye, little circle around it. Click on it. It's a yes or a no. I reckon this one could be a bit close this week. Last week's poll was... I asked the question, has Alexis Sanchez upset the rhythm of Manchester United? I tell you what, if I'd have put it on this week, I bet it would have been a landslide after that result against Seville. But last week, yes, 35%, no, 64%. That's because 1% of that makes up my little vote, because I like to get involved in my own poll. How sad is that? Yeah, I know. But that was last week's poll, and thanks for getting involved. So let us know and get involved this week.
The Big VanCam debate!
That was the Big VanCam debate. So make sure you get commenting and let me know. And make sure you vote in the poll. It will come up here. But just mix things up this week a little bit. Usually we always do Fellaini Watch first. But don't think for 1 second that lanky streak of piss is getting away. Last week, 1 dislike on the video. It's Fellaini, innit? So let's achieve that 1 dislike again, Marwan, in a thing we call Fellaini Watch.
McTominay has it for United.
Great balling. Go on, Fellaini! Oh, you bushy-head tit!
Okay, this is Fellaini Watch, the part of the show where we have a look at what that big bushy-haired bastard's been at. So, brought in against Liverpool, one of the most negative tactics I've ever seen, or substitutions in my life. Marcus Rashford bossing the show against the bin dippers, them rat bastards from Merseyside. And he decides to... Now, I know he was on a yellow card, but for Christ's sake, man, there must have been a more positive, you know, spin or substitution he could have made instead of bringing this lanky streak of useless bastard piss on. He come on and God love it, you know, God hate him anyway. He ran around, he fell over a few times. We won the game, and I was prepared to say, do you know what? Performance didn't matter against Liverpool. Just beating him alone is good enough. But then, against Seville, he's in the starting 11. What the fuck is going on, Mourinho? What do you see in him? I mean, he's just running round like a useless, pissed-up hippie in the middle of the park. Didn't know what was going on. I just don't get it. Why start him? Why waste time on him? There's better players in that team. McTominay could have played him. At least we'd have had a bit of energy, somebody who can actually play football. But it's not all doom and gloom. And this week, and thanks very much to everyone who pointed this out in the direction. You'll get your little mention in a minute. It'll come up on the screen. There was tens of people that got in touch. It was a picture of a GQ magazine. It come out. It's this. my head's gone all red. Marouane Fellaini posing like a proper bellend for GQ magazine. They made him look like Mickey Mouse. Why does he do it to himself? He looks like a dick anyway, and he agrees. I mean, the people that did this, who's this? Wait one sec. The people that did this must have just thought, we're stitching him up. Marouane's gone for the bait, and next minute, he looks like Mickey Mouse. I'm going to have to plait these into balls for the next Fellaini Watch. That's Fellaini Watch. That was Fellaini Watch. As always, get commenting and let me know what you think. Make sure you drop a like on the video. It means a lot to Kev. Do it now. Nice one. Right, it's time for your comments, and I apologise. I did say to a few people that I'd save the comments and read them out, but because I spoke so much shit in the rant, I've had loads to get through. This literally could have ran for about 24 hours, but I've got to cut it down somehow, and unfortunately I've only had to pick a few comments out really quick. Viking Red said, Kev! Always capital letters. Do you think losing to Seville was Jose's plan to beat the City Rats in the biggest derby ever? That bushy-haired twat was unlucky not to score, but was this his last chance just to play for United? Mate, I'd be baffled if United persist with offering this bushy-haired dick, you know, money and a contract. I don't see what he offers United at all. He's an expensive plan B, and United shouldn't be playing like that. We should be attacking. We don't need a big man, you know, to play balls into. And we've got Lukaku. He can do that. At least he can score goals and he's a bit productive. Warren Storr said, Kev, why the hell you put yourself down is beyond me. You are world class up there with Messi and Ronaldo, man. By the sounds what Warren's saying. I had a blackout just as the game was to kick off. Nightmare. Sanchez will come good. All Joe needs to do is to find any way to get the best of Pogba and Sanchez. Mark my words, it will happen. Cheeky bastard. He called me a cheeky bastard. Yeah, I think it will come all right. And listen, we're all hurting from the Seville match. It was utter dog shit, and the scary thing is all them players look like they'd never actually played with each other before. It's like some team had just been put together. We played better for the Fiddlers, you know, Green back in the early 2000s. We had played much better than United did that night, and we were all pissed out of our heads from the night before because we'd not been asleep or anything, man. Andrew Boyce said, big up the VanCam, love it, keep it up. I will do, Boycey lad. I will do my best every week to bring cutting edge reports, you know, and everything that you need to know. James Johnson, I think he's a new one on the VanCam, said, Kev, this is the best show on YouTube. Keep up the great job. It just keeps getting better and better. Oh, and also like to say my family supports Liverpool. I live in Liverpool. Where's this going? But I'm the biggest Man United fan you're ever going to get in Liverpool. Manchester is red. Keep up the great job. You just dug yourself out of a hole there, Johnson, but fair play, mate. That must be hard work, living in the city of Liverpool, being a United fan. Woo! Jeff Wardrop, fair play to him, on the VanCam all the time. The Facebook page at Kev's VanCam. He's always on there copying his mates, saying, I've picked up loads of new likes, loads of subscribers, which is great. He said, why not get Jeremy Kyle off the negative stand to give VanCam a plug, or is he frightened of the competition? You mean Mark Goldbridge, don't you? I don't think he'll be happy being compared to Jeremy Kyle. Maybe he'll drop a comment on the video. Hope you're alright. Viking Red, again, said, Kev, you're the only thing stopping most Man United fans going over the edge. In Kev we trust. I hope this video's been therapy. I hope you smiled at parts. The rant was a bit off the scale, but there you go. Ali J said, hey Kev, never knew you were a Native American. Cheeky bastard. That Steve Coogan. What is, I mean, come on. Has anyone got any better lookalikes? You know, David Beckham. You know, something to give the ego a boost. I've not had an ego boost in ages. Every single bastard week, it's let's have a laugh at Kev. Yeah? I'm just not having it anymore. I need to make a stand. Who's this? Omar Mukhtar said, Kev, don't need VanCam. He's already minted from that shite J.K. Rowling book. Cheeky bastard! How does that look like me? Do you know what? I'm a fine figure of a man. I'm round Levenjune where I live. People know that I'm good looking. I'm a catch, or I was a catch, until I was caught, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I was. I was a fish in a small pond, and I picked up a nice fish as well. Don't know what I'm saying here, but Mukhtar, Omar Mukhtar, who are you? How dare you impose yourself on VanCam and start giving it the big un? Sending in lookalikes. It's usually Ali J. Burt Whistle gets in on the act. And now Omar fancies himself as well. You cheeky bastard. Right, make sure you subscribe, like, share and drop a comment on the video. Up here is all the social media shite. You got Twitter, Tinder, Facebook, Plenty of Fish. All that's at Kevin Ashford 7. The Facebook page, I said that earlier, at Kev's VanCam. Look up that, drop a like, share the videos. Just do whatever you want. I swear to God, this week I'm at Old Trafford, right? It's Brighton, FA Cup quarter-final. I need to see that these players are up for it. They've got to walk out there and they cannot be happy. If that was me the other night, I wouldn't have been out of sleep. I'd have wanted this game to come round straight away. I'd be so disappointed in myself. But I would have never have played like that. Like I said, Fiddler's Green, always give 110%, even if I was off my tits. But I was young, I like going out, I like the lifestyle, yeah? So, I'll be at Old Trafford Saturday, of course I will. I'll be singing on the boys, and if any dick round me says sit down, shh, keep the noise down, I'll say, oi! Knobhead, we're here for a football match. Yes, it's a theatre of dreams, but it's not the theatre, yeah? So get your ass off your seat and get singing. And cheer the boys on. Yeah, they're not, you know, giving us that much to sing about with performances like that midweek. Hey, are you listening, sunshine? Yeah, thought so. Don't ever tell me to sit down again. And for United at the weekend, as always, come on, United! Woo!